Fowler GMC, Pearl Brandon. FowlerGMC.com. Pre-owned and new GMC Sierra trucks and GMC Yukons, all driven by Fowler GMC. Pearl Brandon, FowlerGMC.com. We welcome in Tom Luginbill to the show. Good morning, my man. What's up?
Good morning. How are you, buddy? Everything good?
Yeah, I'm good. Are you in Louisville or Charlotte?
I just got done with Louisville, and then I drove down to see my son practice today before I head home because I won't see him until probably around Christmas time.
Oh, that's awesome. So you're at Eastern Kentucky?
Yeah, yep. Good old Richmond, Kentucky.
Okay, I haven't been there. I was just in Louisville 2 weeks ago. We did an Elijah Craig barrel pick. I'll have to send you some when we get it. And so that was a ton of fun. We went to Bardstown, and, Heaven Hill owns Elijah Craig. Yeah. Here's what's cool, Luginbill, Lugs, because I know you like a good glass of bourbon and a cigar. So, a lot of those distilleries are outside or in Bardstown. And so we went to the Heaven Hill campus, which is incredible. And they have a bar and restaurant on the property. And so I'm with the Elijah Craig guys, and we ate lunch there. And they have these bartenders, and they make amazing craft cocktails with Heaven Hill products. So we had some awesome Elijah Craig fun, drinks, and the food was fabulous. I didn't know that they had that cool of a bar and grill, at the distillery. And we had a good time. I think Lugs may get a bottle of Elijah Craig barrel pick for Christmas from Santa. I'll be Santa.
Send it my way, brother.
Okay, so we were talking about John Gruden and Ed Ogeron and Jimbo Fisher earlier in the show, and all of them want to. So Ed made the comment, Lugs, that he wants to be back in coaching. All three of these guys, as you know, Lugs, have made a fortune. But you grew up. Your dad was a coach, and they talk about how it's Parcells and all these guys have talked about how it's impossible to get rid of the itch, so to speak, regardless of where you are, right? And so Eddie O has been off for a couple of years. He made a lot of money, but you see this all the time in your profession. Once the guy's been the head dog, some guys can make the transition back to a coordinator or even assistant, but it's very difficult. Everything's got to line up once you've run the show to take another job, right, Lugs?
Yeah, you've got to be in sync with the head coach's vision. I think it's imperative that you're at a place where you can have a legitimate chance to play for championships. You don't want to just go someplace where you're flailing in the wind, especially if you're not going to run the program. So, I think you hit the nail on the head. The stars have to align, and it's just got to be the right fit in many, many ways. You said something really interesting in relationship to these guys all being so wealthy right now, and you're right. And my response to that is, why would anybody want to get back into college football? Honestly, like if you're Ed Orgeron, you've coached in the NFL. If you got that itch again, go be a D-line coach in the National Football League.
Right.
Some of these, it's just, but even a guy like Brian Hartson, he doesn't have to work, and now he's Cal's offensive coordinator for Justin Wilcox. So, these guys, it's hard. I used to always say some guys are addicted to drugs, some guys are addicted to alcohol or women, and for these guys, it's football. Like they're addicted to it. They can't live without it. And I think a lot of the older guys, and I really believe this, and I've talked with guys. The older guys think if they retire, they're going to die.
Right.
Like they think that's the end. That is the end, and so they don't want to let it go.
Right. And look, when I know you spent a lot of time with Dan Mullen when he sat out the whatever it was, the 2 years or 3 years, whatever. And you and I have had that conversation. And I told you that Dan came back to Starkville. They recognized the 2014 number one team, he and Dak, last year at the A&M game. And he came up to the box that I happened to be watching the game in, and you could just tell Luke's game day and watching in the stadium where he had won big games those competitive juices got lit and were roll. I could just see it. I'm standing right beside him, and so I wasn't surprised when he took a job. I just think it's hard to. Well, you know the drill. It's hard to go to the house and not get that game day feeling again.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, you get it when you walk in. Look, you started at quarterback at Georgia Tech. You were fortunate to start in JUCO and win a national title. And you've been around it with your dad, and you've been with ESPN for 20 years. But you love walking in the stadium, whether you're going to do color analyst or sidelines. There's something about game day walking in the stadium, right?
Yeah, there is. I spent 11 years in the coaching profession prior to joining ESPN, and I had to make a choice. And the choice was either stay in coaching or go down a different avenue that kept me around the game and involved in the game, and then ask myself if that was going to be enough. For me, it was. For some other people, it may not be. I traded instability for stability. I traded time at home, time away from home for time at home. There were just some other priorities, and then the scouting side was enough for me. Because I had an old coach tell me one time, he goes, and I was probably 25 at the time. And this particular coach won 4 national championships at USC. He was Barry Sanders' running backs coach at Detroit. He was the offensive line coach for Don Coryell during the Air Coryell days. So this is an experienced guy. And he said to me, he goes, if you can live without football, go do something else. Because it will bring you to your knees.
Right.
But if you can't live without it, then you need to do it because you won't be happy doing anything else. And it was when he said it to me, and when I had a decision to make, I literally hearkened right back to that statement. And so what I had to do was find the place in the middle, and I was able to. A lot of people aren't.
Yeah. But there is something about building the team, game day, all of that guys can't let. I don't blame Mullen's still young. I don't blame him for jumping back in. Now Eddie O and those, they're not that much old. I mean, if you're taking care of yourself and you're in your early 60s, you can still roll. I mean,
sure.
Pete Carroll's an outlier, but still you can.
But I will say this, though, man, at the collegiate level, it's becoming a young man's game because of all of the things now that you are required to do if you want to have a chance at success that have nothing to do with actually coaching football.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's also, and you know this, Luke, I mean, if you hire the right general manager and those type things, they're going to do a lot of heavy lifting for you too, right? As the process unfolds. Fair enough?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. But again, too, a lot of that depends on where are you at and what are your resources.
Yeah.
Like
no doubt.
If you're at a middle tier group of 5 school or even a bottom tier Power 4 school, I mean, you talk about swimming upstream. Yeah. I mean, it is a constant battle in every way.
Gruden, Eddie O, and Jimbo Fisher are all interesting to me. To me, Gruden and Jimbo are just about the same guy, except Gruden's good looking, charismatic, super outgoing. But I mean, they're offensive gurus that I think make it too complex, and overdo it, overcoach it, overthink it. Eddie probably, believe it or not, is the guy that just says let it rip, and maybe some things fall into place. But it'd be interesting to see what happens there. All right, I want to talk about Pete Golding. Have you been around Pete Golding at all in the last 10 years or so?
Oh yeah, both at Alabama and Ole Miss.
Okay. He just signed a contract for $2.5 million. He's one of the best defensive coordinators in the country. He's got Mississippi roots through Delta State. He seems happy as all get out under Lane. Lane's letting him run the show on the defensive side of the football. Why has Pete Golding developed into one of the better defensive coordinators in the country, in your opinion, Luke?
Probably because he had the opportunity to work under the best there is, and then take away from all of that and go do it on his own without having the defensive-minded head coach above him. I just think that it's almost like you're in that little cocoon, and then you go to a different destination, and you're allowed to blossom. Not saying that Nick Saban hindered him anyway, but put yourself in that position, right? I mean, you replace Kirby Smart, and your head coach is Nick Saban. That's a tough thing to do for any coach, particularly, though, a younger coach that was coming into his own. And so I think that you draw from your experiences, and then when you have an opportunity to kind of let it fly, and you have an offensive-minded head coach that's a play caller or involved in play calling, he can't be involved defensively to the level that a Nick Saban was.
Right.
And that probably allowed Pete Golding to bloom. If you remember that, those 2 years that he was a defensive coordinator at Alabama, they wanted to run him out of town.
Yeah.
Not because he wasn't a good coach, and they were actually good on defense. They're a top 10 defense. But he wasn't Kirby Smart, and he's not Nick Saban. And the moment you see any type of little crack in the foundation, and you maybe have a bad game, or you do some things defensively that are uncharacteristic to what fans have seen for 15 years, all of a sudden you become the scapegoat immediately.
Right. Well, it worked out. I mean, he basically talked about how he got a little burned out, which happens in Tuscaloosa under Saban. And then it was kind of a nice balance, because Lane works hard and coaches hard, but he also gives them some time. And man, he has developed into a phenomenal defensive coordinator. I think he's worth the $2.5 million. He's a really good recruiter too. You know, he's from South Louisiana, as you know, Lugs, went to Delta State. There's something up in the water in the Mississippi Delta because of all the guys that have gone through that program to go on and coach. It's small college football, but they're tough as hell and have won a ton of games over the last 30-plus years. Could you see Pete Golding? Do you think he's got the stuff to be a head coach at some point, Lugs?
Yes, I do. If he wants to be, I think when you have to be such a detail-oriented guy, and I think he is, especially in today's game with all of the things going on. But I also think he's smart enough to know that you can't take the wrong job.
Right.
Right. You got to. I talk to Dan Hawkins about this all the time when he left Boise State and took the Colorado job. And he's very blunt about it. He's like, I didn't ask the right questions. I made a really bad decision because I took the wrong job.
Wow.
And you go from the penthouse to the outhouse real quick, right? You go from being a guru to an idiot real quick. So you got to make sure that you put yourself in a position, if you're going to take a job, that there's an opportunity to win, opportunity to compete as a championship. There's university alignment from the top down, and that football is a priority. You know, that's one thing. Like, take a look at Tony Elliott. You know, Tony Elliott was the offensive coordinator.
Point. Great example.
Yeah, offensive coordinator at Clemson. Really good coach, good recruiter, great guy. Well, he takes the Virginia job. And, you know, Bronco Mendenhall had, done wonders with that thing, and then he decides to step away. You know, he didn't get fired. He just stepped away.
Right.
And so you take that job, then you have the shooting tragedy, literally right as you take the job. And you're at an academic place where basketball is king, and you can't operate that place like you're at Clemson.
Right.
And it's taken him a little bit to have to work around things that he was accustomed to having right down the hallway. Well, you don't have that there. So I just think you've got to really do your homework on the opportunities that are out there.
Boy, that's a good point. For our listeners, Tony Elliott was co-OC at Clemson on their big run. And Luginbill is close to that staff, Dabo and all those guys that went through, Venables and Elliott. And who's the dude, Lugs, that took the South Florida job that was the other co-OC with Elliott?
Alex Galesh.
Okay, yeah. No, it was another guy, but anyway, his dad's in coaching. But the point is, now you go to Virginia and you're losing, and like Luke said, people don't think you're any good anymore. Like 5 minutes ago you were, now, you know. But to piggyback off what Luke said, Dan Hawkins was like the hottest guy in college football, and he took I think Luginbill nailed it. He took the wrong job.
I mean, he absolutely took the wrong job.
Ugh.
And so, and it can happen. It can happen. And everybody, you know, like I always hear people talk about the Arkansas job, right?
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, everybody loves Sam Pittman, but, you know, at the end of the day, that is a really hard job. Not because they don't have resources, not because they're in the SEC. It's a hard job because of who you are having to battle against, and your in-state player pool is virtually zero.
Right.
You don't get to just pluck 15 kids a year out of your own state and then supplement it, you know, from other areas. You have to go into everybody's backyard, everybody else's backyard, to compete for players, and then you've got to compete in the transfer portal. Like that job is not the job it was when Bobby and Houston Nutt were there.
No. Tom Luginbill on the Farm Bureau Insurance guest line. You know, it is all about we're talking about Pete Golding, and top 10 defensive coordinator in the country, in my opinion. He's done a great job at Ole Miss. Now Lane's letting him do interviews. I thought the interview he did last month at the Delta State Invitational Golf Tournament was incredible. I mean, he just told you the whole blueprint of Lane's blueprint, how he runs the program. It was amazing. 20 minutes of like super in-depth stuff. He's a South Louisiana guy. We were talking about this yesterday, and the Tulane job could open up, and John Summerall is going to be. What do you? I think Summerall is a future star. Do you think that, Tom?
Yeah, no, I think he's really, really good, and I'm assuming you're going down the path of, you know, if Kentucky makes a move on Mark Stoops, which I don't think they'll do because the money that they're going to owe him is ridiculous. But that's the job that Summerall would probably pursue.
Right. But I think he would take Arkansas. I mean, if Sam gets run this year, which I think he will, and I don't want him to, but I think he will, he could be in play there, though. Because, I mean, if somebody offers you $6 million, dude.
Yeah. See, now we're having a different conversation, right? Because now you're talking about life-altering wealth,
right?
Generational wealth that's different. If we're talking about, you know, Group of 5 to Power 5, Group of 5 to established SEC or Big Ten, or, you know, potentially a top ACC job, that's life-altering money. That's an entirely different conversation.
Right. And it's like Barry Odom. I don't know if he may have taken the wrong job, but $5 million a year, knowing that he's going to get $20 million. I mean, would I have gone to Purdue after winning 11 games at UNLV? Probably not. But I also understand, take the bag and be able, and know if it doesn't work out, you got beach money. Okay, so if Tulane opens, Pete Golding or Ed Ogeron could be in the mix for that job. If Summerall goes, as Luke said, if Summerall goes to Arkansas, possibly Kentucky, but they'll have to fork over like $45 million to get rid of Stoops. And if Lebby doesn't win 5 games, that could open. Now, Summerall wanted the Mississippi State job 2 years ago, and it didn't work out. Which takes me to another coach. I want to know if you've run into this guy. This will be interesting. As many people as you've been around, but you may not have crossed paths with this dude. Mike McIntyre is a defensive analyst at Mississippi State. He's coached under
former head coach of Colorado and San Jose State.
Yeah, coached under Cut, Parcells. All right, so you know Mike McIntyre.
Yeah.
This guy may be the guy that helps save Lebby's job, because there's talk that he's really going to be a big part of running the defense. What do you think about Mike McIntyre as a coach, Luke?
Well, it's funny you asked that question, because you talk about a guy that won at 2 places where it's almost impossible to win.
Exactly.
San Jose State and Colorado. I mean, holy smokes, you know. And, you know, he'd probably tell you the same thing Dan Hawkins said when he left San Jose State. He probably said, you know what? Probably shouldn't have taken the Colorado job, right? And it didn't work out. But I think he's a really, really good football coach. He's been around a lot of good people. And hopefully he can help on that side of the football now with the new rules and how you're allowed to be involved in terms of coaching and on the field stuff. That's important.
Oh, yeah. I mean, look at Joe Judge. I mean, I talked to Joe, and he's not considered one of the 10 headsets, but he's on the sideline coaching the quarterbacks and talking to Lane, and that's totally legal now. So Mike McIntyre, and look, for our listeners, for Mississippi State fans, he went to Colorado and was coach of the year in the Pac-12 and won 10 games, which, as Luke knows and most everybody listening, it's difficult to win there. And
Yeah.
so he may have he coached under Parcells, Cutcliffe's defensive coordinator for a couple of years at Duke, coached at Ole Miss with Cut when Eli was there, and so on. This guy's got some coaching chops, so he may be able to. Would you say that would you say John Summerall could be the hottest name by November 1? Because
if he has another big year, absolutely.
Okay.
I think if he has another big year, him, Spencer Danielson at Boise State has done an unbelievable job. Although he just signed a huge extension, got a big raise, and deservedly so. Okay. But listen, the way I look at a lot of this stuff with some of these guys that are having what I call having to do it the hard way, because when you're at those jobs, you know, in today's football, you know that you're going to recruit players that other people don't want, right? Then you're going to put all your heart and soul and work into developing them. And then how are you supposed to keep them?
Right.
That is a vicious cycle.
It is.
Each and every year, right? So, and that can wear on you, man. That can grind on you. And
hell yeah.
So when you get hot at a place like that,
you got to go.
To deal with that grind, you got to go.
Yep.
And if you can do it with those resources, you should be able to do it with somebody else's much improved resources.
Absolutely. Who's the Syracuse coach? I know people like him. He was with Kirby.
Fran Brown.
Okay.
Yeah. Fran did he was an assistant at Georgia under Kirby. Really good recruiter. You know, their schedule this year is brutal.
Oh.
Like, I don't think you're going to see a 10-win Syracuse again. Not this year.
Okay.
I think they'll take a bit of a step back, but he's really good.
That was awesome. Tom Luginbill, QB1, National College Football Analyst with ESPN, joined us on the Farm Bureau Insurance guest line. Hey, can't wait for next week and week 1, and we'll talk to you next week. Have a good week, buddy.
Sounds good, buddy. You too. See ya.
Tom Luginbill on the Out of Bounds Show. How about that on Pete Golding and Mike McIntyre? That's two damn good defensive coaches. Golding with the $2.5 million salary now, and well-deserved. Mike McIntyre, can he save this thing in Starkville and get that defense up and running? They finished 114th last year out of 20 teams. Can they get in the 80s? Can McIntyre drive them to where they are like 81st, 83rd in red zone scoring efficiency and get to 5 wins? The Out of Bounds Show is brought to you by Southern Ag Credit, financing life outside the city limits. SouthernAgCredit.com, right there in Ridgeland.
WRKS Pickens Jackson.
All systems go.
Live from the Whiskey 61 Lounge inside the Bank Plus studio.
This is Al Warner.
Live in the studio. It's the Out of Bounds Show with Bo Bounds. Streaming live worldwide on the Out of Bounds radio app. And on your radio at ESPN 105.9. All set? Let's go. The Zone.
Good morning. Good morning. We are the Out of Bounds Show, ESPN 105.9 The Zone.
Just trying to find some recruits.
Brought to you by Pearl River Resort and the Golden Moon Casino, Sportsbook and Lounge. Book your 24 to 48 hours of fun, table games, award-winning golf, Philip M. Steakhouse, and the Sportsbook, PearlRiverResort.com. Don't forget that you can book your next conference there, too. They've got plenty of space, and then you got things to do, like golf and table games and Philip M's and the Sportsbook. Kim and the team there will be happy to host your next association business conference, all at Pearl River Resort. They had the big Veterans Association golf tournament last weekend where that group took both the Azaleas and the Oaks golf course. I think they had 280 people there. So they were blowing and going. They were there when I was there. Some of them were already there when I was there. They were doing some practice rounds and things like that. And don't forget at Philip M's that they serve prime rib on Wednesday and Thursday nights. But I gotta make sure that I'm locking that down the right way. I had the prime rib last week at Philip M's. It was rare to medium rare, and it was excellent. Super, super good. But Jackson, we got to get you to have the prime rib.
Yeah, I'm a prime rib fan. I won't even surf and turf it. I won't even dip it in my chowder.
Please don't.
I won't.
Or don't do it in front of me.
Yeah, I'll go to my room.
Okay.
I mean, there's been many times I go get a steak to go and go to the room.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to eat it with your hands.
I'm not sure. Would they let you in the wine room?
No.
At Philip M's?
If they were smart, no.
It's such a great room with a crew of 8 to 10 to dine.
Yeah, I don't think they. Yeah, I mean, because I'm gonna ask where the frange is at. Where's the boxed wine?
Oh gosh!
You claim to have it all. You claim you're on that big list. What is the wine spectator list or whatnot?
Yes.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
They've
how
been
I got
recognized. I can't believe you.
that. I have no idea how.
I can't believe you pulled that. It must be the true brain.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's repetition.
Yeah.
Advertising.
Yeah. Wine Spectator has recognized Philip M's wine list.
Yeah.
Or inventory.
I mean, if you're on that list, you got to have Frangea, right? That's like,
no,
that's
you do not. Okay. Good hell.
Okay.
Let's think like Carter Sellers.
He's not a Frangea guy.
No, he's not. No.
Yeah, I didn't strike.
You're not still. We've got to detox the Clinton out of you.
I haven't seen a box of Frangea
since last year.
Nah, it's been. Well, sometimes they put cool wines in these boxes now.
Okay.
And like Whole Foods has some wine they put in boxes.
They do?
I believe. Kroger does. I know that.
That's not real wine, man.
Is it not?
No.
I thought they had like some boutique deal. They didn't have it in the wine stores?
I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but please don't buy any wine from Kroger. Or what'd you say? What was that other place? What was the name of that bougie place you go in Highland Village?
Oh, Whole Foods.
Whole Foods. I don't ever. It's just not in my rotation, so I go to Fresh Market.
Yeah, I mean it's this,
and I don't shop there. I realize I can't afford Fresh Market, but I can afford to go in there and get steak. I'm one or two items.
Right.
If I need some Michelob Ultra or some Key City, or if I need, they've got real quality French fries, or if I need, protein.
I think
that type deal.
I think you're sleeping.
What?
I think there's some good boxed wine out there.
I'm not saying that they're, well, I probably am, but I mean, I can't really think of any.
And I'm not talking about the stuff you get at Kroger or anything like that. I'm talking about like something you would get somewhere.
At like Briarwood Wine and Spirits?
Right. I bet they have a box. There's got to be a box in there.
Oh, I'm sure they.
Like the branding.
I'm sure they sell, wine in a box. But it's not, I doubt it's that good. I'll have to ask Leslie or Nathan.
Yeah.
Like, what is the best? I don't even care, though. I want it in a bottle.
I kind of want to know. Well, I want to know if people.
I want it in a glass, in a Riedel glass, in a real. I want it to be deep. It's got to be the right glass when you're holding an unbelievable, glass of Syrah or Grenache or something like that.
In Spain.
Cabernet Franc.
Jeez, in Spain, you can buy a 15-liter box wine.
Well, over there is a different deal. You could go to a winery that, let's say they put it in a box for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But it's like clean, good wine.
Right. That's
because you're there.
Right. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. Like you're there.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's my favorite wine, Spanish wine. But I don't know about it in a box.
Rioja?
Yeah, I do know about that.
They have a box wine.
Okay. All right.
It's got a lot of big reviews.
I bet it does.
Holy crap.
Okay.
That's really, this place is supposed to be nice.
Yeah. Well, you're more of a barefoot guy, and we're just going to have to shake that. Life's too short to drink barefoot.
Is it?
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. People were getting on me about mayonnaise yesterday.
Mayonnaise.
Some guy texted in, he goes, Bo, you weigh like 130 pounds. Live a little bit. It's not about the calories. No. It's about, I don't think it's good.
It's gross.
I mean, I don't need to slather and lather up a damn cheeseburger or po' boy or boar's head sandwich with mayonnaise.
Ugh.
I like other condiments. I like mustard.
Yes.
But I don't, and what I'm saying is a tray of sandwiches with mayonnaise on the sandwiches in the South on September 3rd makes no sense. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. I mean, if that doesn't connect, then I don't know what to do. I'm just trying to save the universe.
Right. I mean, it's a sin to do that.
One segment, one sports talk radio show at a time.
That's right.
But I mean, I don't know. This kind of is 2 + 2 = 4. A tray of sandwiches out at a tailgate with mayonnaise on it when it's 128 degrees. Does that sound smart?
Oh.
Good hell.
Sounds like I'm going to get sick.
Yeah.
I mean, that just is.
Yeah. It's a fly magnet. Yeah. And then what are we doing? So I just don't, it's not that I don't believe. I know I'm right here. I mean, most of the time as humans, we're not right. I get that. Most of the time when I'm talking about a team or a coach, I can miss. Mayonnaise, when it's 120 degrees and there is steam coming off of the ground that you are standing on tailgating in September, tell me how that makes sense. I don't get it.
Nah, this one's spot on.
Catering? Mayonnaise doesn't travel?
No.
Stop it. I'm just trying to make this place better.
It's for y'all.
Now, I will say this. Crispy bacon at a tailgate.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's National Bacon Lovers Day. Crispy bacon at a tailgate.
It's a requirement.
I'll eat it. I mean, a Tito's Vodka Bloody Mary, you're happy with, you're with your friends. Or you got a Tito's Manmosa, whatever it is you're kind of rolling through. And you've got crispy bacon, I'm in.
Yeah. Bacon just makes the world better.
Should we get Beagle Bagel, since they're below us here in Madison, to make you and I some crispy bacon?
They are definitely whipping it up.
I just met one of their new people.
Yeah,
she's really, really sweet.
Real nice, yeah. Almost trucked her.
Is there anybody that you haven't talked to at Beagle Bagel? I mean, you talk to everybody that works there.
Dang right. I know them.
If you need French drains or foundation repairs, Superior Foundation. Hey, out of bounds, 105.9 The Zone, ESPN. Ole Miss will host Georgia State, Game 1 Labor Day weekend. And we have an in-state matchup, Mississippi State at Southern Miss. And that's a big game. It'll be packed down in Hattiesburg. Charles Huff is the new Southern Miss football coach. He won the Sun Belt last year at Marshall. And then Jeremy McClain, the AD at Southern Miss, was able to lift him from Marshall, who's in the Sun Belt, and I think has a bigger budget and bigger school. I could be wrong, but Huff wanted to be in the Sun Belt,
right,
in the Southeast. And I know what he's thinking. He's thinking, I come in here and I win.
Oh, it's on.
I'm getting a Power 4 job. Yep. Maybe not year one, but I think he's going to win this year. I think Southern Miss is going to a bowl game this year. I think Huff's going to get it done. You know, he brought that dual threat quarterback from Marshall and a bunch of players from other places too. But yeah, Mississippi, Jeff Lebby, year 2, game 1 at Southern Miss. You know, you should win by 21, but that doesn't mean you will, right? A lot of things should happen. I mean, I should work out today, but right. Hopefully I will. You know, I mean, Jackson Meadows, I know he's staring at a workout.
Oh, dude, yeah.
But Huff joined us for an hour live on the show in June, the week of the Southern Miss Regional. He was awesome.
He was
awesome. So Southern Miss, that was a really good hire. Somewhere along the way, Huff figured it out, or it looks like it. It looks like it because they had a really good year at Marshall. And again, he won the Sun Belt, and now he's at Southern Miss. I think the Golden Eagles are going bowling.
I hear you, and I hope so.
But you know, it ain't gonna be easy.
No.
Okay.
No,
I mean, that's not what I mean. I don't care. For Lane Kiffin, who's riding high at Ole Miss, it's not going to be easy. I mean, if you ask Lane, was last year a grind? He'll be like, yeah. I mean, we went 10-3, but I mean, it's hard. Yeah. But yeah, I think Lebby. You know, I think Mississippi State wins that game, and they better. That deal's over. And, you know, it's a big year in Starkville. Lebby's going to have to hit the number 5, I believe, to continue on. I think he can do it. You know, people, it's so funny. I hear this now. So the defense in Stark, like Ole Miss is talking about, their defense was unbelievable last year. And they believe that they've hit on Franklin and Eccles and Xavier and these guys, and I wouldn't be surprised. And Pete Golding's incredible and all that. I don't know if they've got a Walter Nolan, Chris Paul right out of the gate, or you know, Trey Amos. So let's be careful before we just say we just replace players at that caliber.
Come on.
But that doesn't mean that Cam Franklin's not going to be a phenomenal football player. But so anyway, that'll be fine. Ole Miss is going to win a bunch of games. I just don't know how many. Lebby, you need him to work because you've been cycling. You know, Mullen, Moorhead, Leach, Arnett, Levy. I mean, it's just not a good recipe for success. It's not sustainable. But year 2, can Mike McIntyre, you're going to be better on D. I mean, like, I'm talking about 10x better. But, you know, what does that equate to as far as wins? You have a great non-conference schedule, and you don't leave the state of Mississippi. Okay, you go to Hattiesburg. I mean, that's takes you 2.5 hours.
Right.
You play. Then you get 3 home games against teams. Every single team you have out-recruited by 1,000,000 miles. Southern Miss, Arizona State, Alcorn, Northern Illinois.
It's not close.
It's not close
at all.
So, I mean, 4-0 is right there. And then can you find one more and continue this thing and build on it with Kamario Taylor going forward? I think I hear people talk about, oh, well, now Levy's going to go fast because the defense is going to be light years better, which I do believe one of the defense is going to be light years better. You do not want to go fast. That's not what wins games as far as pace of play. Game control wins games. People have gotten mixed up that Lane goes fast all the time. He does not. He does. Now, on a big play, sometimes if Jerrion Ely broke the first level, makes somebody miss, and ripped off a 36-yard run, and the D linemen are way back where they started, and you do a hurry up and you run another play, yeah, sometimes that can work to your advantage, and you don't sub so that they can't sub. Right. I get that. But if you look at the numbers, he does not run fast. And by the way, Chip Kelly could do both. Don't forget the top 5% OCs can do both, like Lane. In other words, Chip could go fast at times and then, dial it down. You do not need to go fast to win. There's a reason why Mullen and Leach were able to win. Game control. They milk the clock. When you don't have as much talent majority of the time, less possessions. Right. Running fast is not going to help Mike McIntyre and your defense. It's not. No. It's not.
Putting him back on the field.
And two of the slowest teams pace of play-wise played the national championship game.
Really?
Ohio State, and they don't run fast.
Wow.
It's game control. You need your defense to sit over there for a little while. You need to get some first downs and so on. So the last thing, somebody needs to knock on Levy's door and say, go slow. And if Mike McIntyre can make this defense pop, you're going to now he's going to be rich anyway because right. Levy is already making money, and I don't know what he's got left on his. It shouldn't be much. I mean, you should have been able to hire him with a $3 million buyout because you had all the leverage. He did. He was the OC at Oklahoma. But to get to 5 wins and continue his time in Starkville, which is what you want, you're going to have to go game control. You're going to have to run the football, stop the run, and hope Mike McIntyre can bring this baby home. And I actually think you need to simplify you know what I think? When you add 5 offensive linemen in May, I know other teams did too, but when you add 5 more offensive linemen in May, which is good, you spent a fortune to go and try to get this right. And it's important. Football, it does all the things that we talk about for the town and the school and this and that. When you've got to simplify your offense, bringing in all the new offensive linemen. Coaches want to run. They can't shake it, and I don't know why. They want to run all their stuff. You don't have to run all your stuff. Run what you can run, and then run that really well. That is the one thing that Leach had right. And Spurrier, as far as repping these simplistic plays over and over and over and over and over, over again, so that on Saturdays, it's just bam. I mean, how many quarterbacks and wide receivers did Mike Leach elevate their play because of the simplistic system that they ran, and they repped it a million times?
All of them.
So what you have to hope from Levy with these new offensive linemen, I know Shapen's been there, but you've got all new wide receivers. This is a timing thing. You got all new wide receivers and all new not all new. I know you got Reese and some other guys back. But to be cohesive and to gel and do what you want to do in the first 4 games, especially against Arizona State, simplify, game control, milk the clock, get to 5 wins, and everybody can party.
Yep. There it is.
I mean, you may get 6. Oh, it can happen. Huh?
Might be able to round 6.
You're negative. You're like, you I don't know what's wrong with you, but you're pulling a Mississippi State thing and being. I got this guy on the text line that just wants to be miserable, and he is. By damn, live in the Bank Plus studio. We're up. Good morning. Welcome into the Out of Bounds Show. ESPN 1059 The Zone. Are we on YouTube? All right, you can go to YouTube and search Out of Bounds Sports and watch me make a tequila cocktail. It was National Tequila Day like a month ago. And I meant to make a cocktail, Jackson. And if you want to watch me and you see this cool Tampa Bay Rays hat that I got because we love Jake Mangum, whoa, you can check that out.
Nice.
I don't know how I want to do this.
I love that bottle.
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to make a tequila drink with Valteo Reposado, Dak Prescott's tequila. And, oh, look at this. This is so great. I have Topo Chico and Lillet. So I can put together, this is like a French liqueur.
Okay.
It's a French aperitif.
I didn't know who she was.
But you can make all sorts of different, like it's somewhere at the Briar Patch,
Gotcha.
they have Lillet. They can make cocktails in their sleep with this kind of French liqueur aperitif. I actually remembered to get ice.
Nice.
So you can go to YouTube, search Out of Bounds Sports. I can't believe that I have what I have.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew I had Valteo Reposado Tequila, which is 100% blue agave and 100% additive free and delicious. But I have some Topo Chico. Is it Topo or Topo?
It's Topo.
Okay. I had this guy say Topo, and I was like, man, it sounds better Topo Chico.
Topo just sounds way better. I don't think it's close.
All right. When I was out at the World Food Championships in 2019 or 2018 in Dallas, they had the most unbelievable Topo Chico bar setup that I've ever seen in my life. It was amazing. Topo's great, you know, with all kinds of like Tito's or premium tequila, like Valteo or Tito's cocktails. You can't beat it. I don't have a slice of orange, and that's okay. We're going to make it. I guess I could always throw in a little Aperol for a little color, but I'm not sure that's necessary. So this is called the Out of Bounds Valteo cocktail.
I like it.
And I just made that up because these are the only ingredients that I could find that could work. And I got the Key City. I like this glass, this Key City glass. And I think it looks really good.
No, that Key City glass is. When
No,
he brought
it's a
those
good
up
cocktail
here,
glass.
man. Well, they're just sweet.
Yeah, no.
They're disco-y.
It is disco-y. Did you say disco?
I did.
Yeah.
They are disco-y.
I like that.
I'd like to know who designed that for them because they did a really good job.
Well, you know, they do all those cool cans. Ooh.
Yeah, they do.
I got this Whiskey 61 cocktail
Like
glass.
that, though.
Go get that decanter so we can show that off, too. Because I think it looks good. Go to YouTube, search Out of Bounds Sports. We would appreciate if you would like our YouTube page, YouTube Out of Bounds Sports. You ready?
Yes. Yes.
I don't really have the bar mat here.
Now, I am now ready.
I had some more bar mats somewhere, but I gave them away. There's some more back there. We'll be fine.
Is that a Wilkes?
Wilkes may have taken some of my bar mats. That could have happened.
That's a good take. That's a good thing to have.
I know. Have you checked the text line? Make sure people can hear us.
Let's see. I can hear you. I know that, but let me check the text.
Can I tell you who has Valteo?
Hit me.
Taste Italian Kitchen.
Really?
They have Valteo tequila, 100% blue agave, 100% additive free. Look at this Rob Report article. Dak Prescott gets into the tequila business. Valteo, Volteo. Taste Italian Kitchen has, so does Spring Street Cigars in Jackson, in the building where the Rogue is located. Spring Street. And Lex makes a phenomenal Valteo Reposado Old Fashioned. It's delicious. All right. So this is the Out of Bounds Valteo cocktail. It's going to be Valteo Reposado,
Okay.
Lillet, French aperitif, and Topo Chico. If anybody says that I'm pronouncing it wrong, let me know.
I would
Not that I'm going to change. I just
No.
want to know what they think.
Right. We're busting
This
open.
bottle is so cool.
It's dope.
I mean, and Dak, so you can't tell on camera, but it's got the football,
Yes.
What am I trying to say?
Ridges.
Yes. At the top, it's got football ridges, but the bottle looks
It looks really nice.
It looks like something they would have drank out of in Rome
Yeah.
2,500 years ago. That's really cool.
Yeah, they nailed that.
So anyway, what do you think about me spur of the moment making a cocktail?
I mean, I expected nothing less.
Okay.
I think it's a good idea.
Okay.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Let's do this.
That's
That's not really working like I wanted it to.
I mean, with that said, we're going to have to come out with a really good name.
For the cocktail?
Yeah.
Okay, so right now it's Out of Bounds Volteo cocktail, but we'll figure out something else.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we need a staple, right?
Show me the money on a heater. We need to write down all the terms that you and I throw around.
Yeah. Yeah.
And our listeners. If our listeners have a recommendation, the Golden Moon Casino text line is 601-885-3776. And Taste Italian Kitchen has Volteo tequila. Get you a Paloma. Maybe Volteo, water and orange, whatever you want to do. Or take a shot. I took a shot with Dak Super Bowl week. That was kind of cool.
So, all right, hit me with the ingredients again.
All right, the ingredients, you've got so Volteo does Blanco,
Right.
Reposado, and
Okay.
Cristalino.
Nice.
I've got the Reposado.
Okay.
It's kind of got as you can tell, it's kind of aged in a bourbon way.
Gotcha.
3+ years, it's my favorite of tequilas.
Okay.
This is boutique, high quality tequila, 100% blue agave,
Okay.
and additive free. Then I got Topo Chico.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I mean, it's just
It's your Topo Chico.
it's Topo Chico. And then we've got Lillet.
How you spell that?
Lillet. And
Okay,
the French had Lillet.
Lillet.
Yeah, Lillet, but
Yeah,
it's
Lillet.
Lillet and Clinton.
Absolutely.
And here in the Out of Bounds studio and in France,
Right.
it's Lillet.
Yeah.
And it's a French aperitif. So there you go.
All right, so that's what we got. I like it.
All right. I'm trying to figure out if I've got one more thing. Hold on.
One more ingredient? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to know what this could
All right.
possibly be.
I don't. I mean, I can make a Bloody Mary.
Right.
That's easy. I've got some stuff under here. We've had this Japanese whiskey for 15 years under here.
Japanese who?
Yeah. It hadn't even been opened. But anyway, we'll figure that out later. I got to start doing Bo you were the one that came up with Bo the bartending segment.
Remember?
And we've got to start. I have to stop being lazy, and I have to get out from the studio, behind the studio, get over to the bar, and party.
That's right.
This is both. Fans want their bartender to tell them, like therapy for sports.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to do here.
They need to know what's popping.
That's right. I tell you what's popping.
Hit me.
Right here. Bam. Topo's open.
Topo. Man, what a great name. What a great logo.
Can you believe we have these things that I actually remember?
No, I can't. I believe we have them, yeah, because there's that and everything else in the back, but I can't believe you remembered it. No.
Woo! I introduced Volteo to somebody yesterday.
How'd that turn out?
Josh was here. He loved it.
Good. What do you think about the Static Spark?
The what?
The Static Spark.
What is that?
That's a name for the drink. Static to, I guess, give it a little radio nod.
Oh, okay. Is that what somebody texted in?
That's what chat's got for us.
Love it. The Static Spark?
Yeah. It's not bad.
That's not terrible.
It's really not. It's the radio
Okay.
reposado. I like the Static Spark.
All right, well, here we go. Go to our YouTube page, Out of Bounds Sports. We would appreciate it if you hit like. Let's go 1 and
Oh,
This could be dangerous.
maybe just need to call it El Fresco.
Ooh, I like that too.
Just fresh. The fresh.
So 2 shots of Volteo Reposado. And then we're going to do 1 of Lillet. You ready for that?
Yeah, Lillet. I would have never known it was pronounced Lillet.
I know.
There's not a shot.
I know.
would have
I mean, your barefoot wine
ever gotten that.
and meat and taters.
Would have never gotten that. Not a chance.
All right. There's that. Lillet. Ooh. French. This is what Nathan introduced us. He made several cocktails with Lillet. And like I said, the Briar Patch could do it in their sleep. I mean, but so could Taste Italian Kitchen. And so on Taste Italian Kitchen has Volteo. If you want a super light, fun cocktail later this afternoon, meet a friend at Taste Italian Kitchen in the Renaissance and order a Volteo, Paloma, or any number of, they can do an old fashioned, whatever you want to do. All right, did I do everything? No, I need Topo Chico.
Boom.
I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go 2 of these. That may be a little too much.
I like the 2s.
Trying
Keep
to
it congruent.
find if I have. Hey, we got a bottle of olive oil down here.
Oh, is that? Oh, man.
That's a necessity in a sports talk radio.
When was that bottle of all? When did that get here?
It's probably been here 12 or 13 years.
At least, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of like that Japanese whiskey that's under there. I need to do something with that. All right, what are we doing now? Here we go. Nick Fulton with USA Pawn was kind enough to leave this
Yeah.
incredible shaker with us.
He did. That was
And,
a trade. I don't remember what we traded.
Bo the Bartender, brought to you by Volteo Tequila, which you can find at Taste Italian Kitchen. You can find it.
And that's just great form.
What?
That's just great form on the shake.
Thank you.
Yeah, man, that's big
Spring
time.
Street Cigars. All right. Lincoln Road in Hattiesburg, Jamie Ferris's Wine and Spirit store. He's got Volteo Tequila. All right, let's do this. You ready?
I'm ready.
I don't even know if you are. I don't even know if you're ready for this. I'm
Probably
not sure anybody is. That didn't go great, but all right, here we go.
All right, hit me.
Let's do it. Bo the Bartender, helping you get through college football season.
That's right.
That looks pretty good.
And it looks pretty dang
I mean,
good.
it's got a good. You can go to YouTube
That's a good color.
and go to
Rotate that glass for me just a tad.
Out of Bounds Sports.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I actually have some good-looking cocktail napkins. If you really want to go crazy here, which I can't. I can actually find stuff now that you moved.
How about that? There's a whole nother world in there.
So look at this. I bought these cocktail napkins. A few months ago, we had a party up here. And, I mean, they're pretty cool. They're kind of festive.
Nice. Love festive.
I think these will look good. Oh, look at this.
Oh, man.
I feel like Tom Cruise in Cocktail.
Let's see what we got.
Oh, look at that. I think I need a little more ice.
Yes. Nice.
Okay.
That's a good look.
All right.
That's a really good look.
So this is, what'd you call it? Static?
The Static Shock or El Fresco.
El Fresco.
like that.
Static Shock. Let's see how it tastes. Cheers to college football season and Volteo Reposado Tequila at Taste Italian Kitchen. Dak Prescott gets into the tequila game. Here we go.
How you feel?
That's good.
Does that mean, do we need a grade here? Are we going to grade it? Do we probably need to sit on it for a second and see what it is? Get a total evaluation here.
I think on a scale of 1 to 10, 7.5.
Okay. All right. So an honest
8.
rating. Okay, an honest rating.
I think it's good.
That's a good rating.
Yeah. So
rating.
cheers to listeners going to our YouTube page and searching Out of Bounds Sports. I think we did good.
Yes.
Considering we just threw this together in 2 minutes.
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
it helps when we have that stuff.
It's a little strong.
Well,
We usually like to go on the little weaker side on the cocktails, especially when we're doing morning
Right.
radio. But it's good.
strong glass.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, you needed to make it like that, though.
I'm pretty excited about
Should
that.
be. I'm about to get a picture of that.
So that's your Bo the Bartender segment brought
like
to you
it.
by Valteo Tequila. Sometimes it'll be Tito's, Elijah Craig, whatever.
I like it.
But I thought that was something that we needed to do, and I enjoyed it. I've gotten better.
Yeah.
I mean, I've gotten to where I can do almost. I'm not quite back to where I was in my
Yeah.
early 20s when I was bartending, but
You're knocking the dust off.
I am. I am.
All right. Woo. All right. Do you feel good about that?
I do. I mean, like I said, when we have what we need on hand and it's that cool stuff, we're all right.
Cheers to football and premium tequila. Go to Taste Italian Kitchen today and get you a Valteo cocktail. They'll make you something fun. Where was I recently that I was talking about? Oh, Elijah Craig.
Yes.
The Heaven Hill restaurant and bar. Those ladies were
Oh my gosh.
First of all, they were really cool. And it's this thing, I don't know if we just caught it that day. We set up at the bar. They were making, it was like an R&D day.
Yeah.
Researching.
Okay, cool.
So everything that they were putting together and kind of trying for the next menu, they let us sip on.
That's dope.
It really was.
So, I mean, what you're saying is you've got the influence over everyone else there now. I mean, you're an influencer.
I am an influencer. I like that. I had never thought about that.
I mean, how are you not?
Why not? I'm just going to claim it, put it on my LinkedIn page.
That's all you got to do.
Probably start getting booked speaking gigs,
I mean, you
engagements.
probably should have put that 20 years ago.
I should have. Influencer.
What was the LinkedIn 20 years ago?
Ooh, what was the LinkedIn?
Like
20
was
years
it a
ago?
hard copy resume? Is it fax?
I guess it. I
I don't know what else it would have been.
I don't know what
Wait,
else.
no, the internet was there 20 years ago. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know. I guess you just had to have a website.
Right.
Yeah.
In 05.
Elon makes fun of LinkedIn. I do get that there's value there. I mean, we've actually picked up a couple of clients from LinkedIn.
There's value.
And I mean, so it's helped us build,
That's it.
generate some really good revenue. But Elon likes to make fun of it. That's
Yeah.
fine. I don't ever remember to go there.
No.
I think I need to maybe post our podcast there more. But anyway.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad idea.
All right. Can I tell everybody what I'm doing tomorrow?
You can.
All right. DeSoto Dogs event tomorrow, hosted by Robbie Hayes Law Firm and the DeSoto Dog chapter of the MSU Alumni Association. The afternoon drive show is kind enough to let us take over. That will ruffle some of their gung-ho listeners' feathers. Because evidently the thing to do during that is to maybe hate on other shows,
Yeah.
but whatever. But we appreciate afternoon drive letting us go from 3 to 6 tomorrow.
Big time.
And we're going to be at the Lucky Dog, Silo Square in South Haven, Mississippi. And so I'll be broadcasting 3 to 6 tomorrow afternoon for the DeSoto Dogs Alumni Association, brought to you by Robbie Hayes Law Firm. And I think I've got some other sponsors that they're going to tell me about. And the special guest will be Delwan Robinson, former Mississippi State football player. He had really good player. Addison Lawrence, another former Mississippi State Bulldog player. Jacob Billingsley, College World Series participant, Mississippi State player, and just Dustin Skelton, College World Series participant. So 3 to 6 tomorrow. Lucky Dog, Silo Square, South Haven, Mississippi. Thank you to the DeSoto County, Mississippi State Alumni Association, and Robbie Hayes Law Firm, who he played baseball at Mississippi State too, and the DeSoto Dog chapter of the MSU Alumni Association. Tomorrow, 3 to 6, fun, food. I guess they told me I'm going to be up on stage set up.
This is dope.
It's going to be really cool.
Yeah,
The venue's awesome. So Lucky Dog, South Haven, Mississippi, good food, beverages. We have a big group that listens to the show, both live streaming and podcasts from DeSoto County. We'd love to see you tomorrow for the big DeSoto Dogs event, 3 to 6. Out of Bounds will be broadcast because that's when the event is.
Right.
And we want to thank Afternoon Drive for allowing us to do it. And we'll be on ESPN 105.9 The Zone tomorrow, 3 to 6. South Haven, Mississippi, Lucky Dog, Silo Square. Delwan Robinson, former Hail State football player. Addison Lawrence, former Hail State football player. And then Jacob Billingsley and Dustin Skelton, who played on College World Series teams. They'll join us. Brought to you by Hayes Law Firm, Robbie Hayes Law Firm in DeSoto County. How about that?
That's pretty good. This place is pretty cool.
It's nice, isn't
Yeah,
it?
looking at it's pretty cool. Especially they'll have you up on stage. They have one of those roll up doors or whatnot that all the bars need to have, like the big garage.
I love that.
I love it too.
I love that.
And it's very nice.
Yeah.
Dang, this place is tight. South Haven's, man. South
It's
Haven's a cool
booming.
place, man. It's a very good place.
What's happened there the last 30 years is simply amazing. The Mississippi Gulf Coast and DeSoto County.
Which one do you think's grown more past 10 years?
Ooh, I don't know. I guess I want to say the coast, but man, it could be neck and neck. I'm not sure.
DeSoto County's got a bunch of people.
Hey, thanks for listening to the Out of Bounds show. We'll be live from 3 to 6 tomorrow. DeSoto Dogs, hosted by Robbie Hayes Law Firm, South Haven, Mississippi, baby. Lucky Dog, Silo Square. Bunch of former Mississippi State players will join me on the show. I'm really excited about interviewing these guys. 3 to 6 tomorrow. Thanks to Afternoon Drive for doing that. If you missed any of our segments or shows, I thought the 7:30 SEC Insider Hit was awesome on NIL and Portal. You can go to Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Search Out of Bounds with Bo Bounds. Hope you have a great day. We'll be live from DeSoto County tomorrow.